To young men who are irritated at women is, if you're irritated at women, you know, as a class of creature, there's something wrong with you, because they're right. You're wrong. They're right to not pick you. If they're not picking you, it's because they're right. It's because they're right.
Dude, you're fucking full of shit. Oh my fucking God. Literally got physical with me.
You're wrong. They're right.
Like, I deal with so much shit from you. I have so many offers from better people in my DMs who would actually treat me better. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's like you don't even care. Like, the one person who fucking hates Amber is the one that she decided to be with, and I made the most terrible decision of my life, and now you just, like, fucking want to ruin it?
They're right to not pick you. If they're not picking you, it's because they're right.
Put a finger down if you just got off work and your boyfriend comes pick you up in your car, y'all leave, end up getting in the worst traffic ever, so he decides that it would be a good idea to go through your phone. And once your mind's only password, but you don't know it. So you tell him that and he hits you. Bing, bing, bing. What's the password? I don't know. Hits you again. Bing, bing, bing. Now he has blood all over his hands. You're confused. He's freaking out, telling you how much he loves you and how sorry he is, then hits you again. Bing, bing, bing. Now you can't see. So you jump out the car, no shoes on your feet, a crop top on, his shorts on. Nobody wants to help you. He ends up getting out the car, running away with your phone because the traffic's so bad. You have to get back in the car and have to wait for the traffic to reside. Drive 20 minutes out to find a Sunny Isles police officer. Flag him down. His backup pulls up. They make you get out the car and sit at the bus stop. You're sitting at the bus stop, crying your eyes out hysterically. People are honking, staring, waving. It's a mess. They won't let you get back in the car. They end up telling you that there's nothing they can do for you and that you don't need medical attention. They end up giving you an address, but you end up telling them that you cannot type it in because you do not have a phone. They don't care. Leave you at the bus stop with no shoes on your feet. You cry a little bit more, then decide to take it upon yourself to find him. You drive around for 2 hours, finally find him because you don't know anywhere in Miami. You only just got here. You finally find him walking on the sidewalk with your phone. You roll down the window and the first thing he says is, "And I'll do it again." So you roll the window back up. You drive off. Somebody finally lets you use their phone. The police come. They don't even really want to go find him, but you're telling them exactly where he's at, and you end up saying, "Look, just go get my phone for me." The police end up coming back with my phone, him in the back of the cop car. The police rolls down the window and says, "He just wanted to say that he loves you." You look at them both like they're crazy. The paramedics then pull up, tell you that you do need to go get stitches, and so you go to the hospital and get stitches. I ate that shit, Curtis.
They're right. You're wrong. They're right to not pick you. If they're not picking you, it's because they're right.
This video is for whoever keeps sending and showing my TikToks to my ex. Send him this one. Send him this one. Curtis, ain't you 22, living with your 16-year-old baby mama in her grandma's house? Stealing your mama food stamp card? No car, no apartment, no nothing. You don't got shit. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about how you got her pregnant when she was 13 years old. But before that, you got your sister pregnant when she was 12. But you're not going to talk about that, huh? But I'm going to talk about it.
To not pick you. If they're not picking you, it's because they're right.
Okay, what are we doing with this filter? Am I identifying red and green flags, or are we doing like a weird science situation? Well, I've dated that guy.
To not pick you. If they're not picking you, it's because they're right.
Is there a
Don't
chance?
ask.
Is there a chance?
No. Girl. No.
They're right. You're wrong.
So as women, are we done pretending like hooking up with men or being intimate with men who don't respect us at all and actually actively dislike us or actively are using us and actively don't have an ounce of a shred of respect or care for us?
They're right to not pick.
Pretty flirtatious and was very complimentary towards me, and like eventually he asked me out, and I said yes because, you know, I was like, why not? He's cute, and, you know, I'm single, so like, let's do it. And so we went out and I started to really like him. And then I was like, oh, like, can we date exclusively? Like, I don't want you to be my boyfriend, but I don't really want to see anyone else, and it would be cool if you didn't either. And so I was like, yeah, sure, like, that's fine. And then, of course, like, literally like a week later, I find him at a party making out with another girl. And I was like, that doesn't look exclusive to me. That really hurt me because, you know, I thought I could trust this guy and I clearly was wrong. And that was like, I don't know, that was like the first time a guy really like betrayed me in that way. Like, granted, we weren't dating for a long time at all. Like, it was more just like a fling. But I don't know, he like basically lied to me. And that's when I realized, I was like, oh, like, this is how men can be.
They're right. You're wrong.
It was like 15 girls in this group chat talking about the same guy, talking about Blink, like talking about him. It's like 6 screenshots, but I'm gonna just go ahead and read them for y'all so that y'all know. Okay, so basically this is what they were saying. I'm gonna go like this so that I can still read it and it don't look like I'm reading the messages on this, so I'm gonna just read it out here. Fucked up my damn pH balance, bitch. Bro, literally. That's 2 girls right there. Fucked up my damn pH balance, bitch. And then another girl said, bro, literally. And then another girl said, the same girl that was like, fucked up my pH balance, she was like the fuck? He tried to cover it up with cologne. I wonder if he showers. Ain't enough cologne in the world for a man without a towel to shower with. I've never heard him say, like, I'm about to hop in the shower or none of that. On God. I want to know how often he brushes them things under his grill. So the dude I'm talking about, he does have grills. So when they said that, it was like, boy, you've been messing with all these females all this time?
Because they're right. You're wrong.
Man, the only reason I never said anything about him was because I was scared to see the back of my hair on someone's story or Twitter. Him before. I'm going to have your legs shaking. Him after. Did I do a good job? Because I feel like I did a good job. On God, he tried to get his phone out, and I was like, yeah, no. And then that's when another girl said, my dumb ass let him. Y'all, not I. Oh, no, she was like, yeah, not I. And then that's when another girl said, he got so many pics, like, I'm in some shit if he's feeling more petty than usual.
They're right to not pick you. If they're not picking you, it's because they're right.
Been divorced before. My first marriage, we made all of the mistakes. Unfortunately, he passed away. So why did you guys get a divorce? Because I really wanted something different. It's very unfortunate because he was the most loving, kind person. I had all the love and support that I could have ever wanted. But I think I went through a period wanting money. Like, I wanted to be with someone and be at a different level. And I saw him work all of the time. It's one thing to like work from like 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. at night, day in, day out, and still have no resources. And for me to work, do the same, and just want a different life. So, long story short, you wanted a different life and lifestyle than he was able to provide. And so you said, you know what, I'm out of here, I need more money. I was selfish and took advantage of a real unfortunate situation, which was he loved me and David unconditionally, completely unconditionally. And when you love someone like that, you really accept their flaws and you accept less than what you should. So really, I should have been a better wife. Every time we saw each other, like, you knew that was your soulmate, right? Wow, so he was your soulmate? It's hard because I knew how he still felt about me. He just loved you. He really did. And you broke his heart.
They're right. You're wrong. They're right.
Somebody talked me out of this terrible idea. I have a new neighbour and I'm in love with him. Infatuated, obsessed. Every waking hour I am awake, I'm thinking of this man. He just moved in. He actually just moved from the US. He has this like vibrant energy that I am so attracted to. And I'm not normally one for a yang, but this man, I don't know what spell he has cast on me. He came to say hello as we're neighbours, and I don't know why, we just hit it off and we were talking for ages. The thing is when I met him, I thought he was about 45, which is fine. A little old for me. I'm 25. I've dated older, I've dated younger, nothing's fucking work. Then he says he's actually 60. He is way too old for me, so why have I just done my makeup to go and sit in the coffee shop outside our house just in hopes that he sees me and thinks I look nice? My plan is next time I see him is to give him my number in case he needs anything, like a cup of sugar, or if there's any kind of job I can do for him. He's also a doctor. I'm not totally sure, but I think he may be a psychologist. So for now, the less he knows about me, the better.
They're right. You're wrong. They're right.
Story time! So I'm way overdue for a video, but I felt compelled to share this one with you. So this is the story of my now ex-boyfriend cheating on me for the last year.
They're right. You're wrong. They're right.
But yeah, So here's like a rundown of how our relationship even was. Like rewind to May 2019. He approached me at the mall and he asked me for my number, so I gave it. He seemed really cool. Like we had a conversation and he seemed really nice. So then I found out he played for the Ottawa Red Blacks and I know their whole reputation. I know all about them, so I was like, no thank you. Like I'm not getting involved with a football player. But I liked talking to him. He was cool. So I was like, whatever, I'm gonna stop generalizing and fuck it.
They're right. You're wrong. They're right.
Was like, you know? And he told me like he's so sorry. Like something came up, like he's been going through a lot and he just, normally he would have never done that. It just, again, he's sorry. And I forgave him and I was trying to be understanding, like if you're going through something, like just let me know that. Then the following week we went to the club. I noticed he was leaving and he hadn't said goodbye. He was just leaving and I was convinced I saw him leave with another girl. And so I was so upset and I texted him, I called him, and then I was telling him like, you're no different from every other guy on your team. Then he replied back to me a few hours later saying he was alone, he didn't leave with anyone, and you know, I started thinking like maybe I was drunk and I didn't see what I thought I saw.
They're right. You're wrong. They're right to not pick you. If they're not picking you, it's because they're right.
Because I'm not happy where I am. So he was telling me, no, please don't leave. Like he knows that this will be better and that we can work things out, and just please like wait it out a little bit. He will get his shit together and he will do better. So I stayed because I really liked him and I trusted him and I believed that, you know, we could make this work.
They're right to not pick you. They're right. You're wrong.
I used to be married and I had this feeling that my partner was cheating on me, so I'd always confront him being like, I know you're cheating on me. And he would look me in the eye and tell me how fucking crazy I was because he was not cheating on me.
They're right.
I was just so fucking crazy. He would never. So then I'd leave the situation being like, am I fucking crazy? Like, I know he's cheating on me, but am I fucking crazy? Anyways, this went on for a whole relationship. I'd be like, you're cheating on me? He'd be like, you're fucking batshit. And I'd be like, I'm batshit. You're right. Okay, sorry.
Is it possible to learn this power?
Then I found proof of him cheating on me, so we broke up. But the thing is, we had a baby. And I was so fucked up. I had really bad postpartum depression and I just wasn't thinking straight. And I was like, I can give this baby anything in the whole entire world. I can make sure he has the best life ever, but I can't give him a dad or obviously a family if this is gonna break up. So I was like, listen, if you need to cheat on me, I need you to be a part of our lives. We need to make this work. Let's be a family. I'll let you cheat on me. If that's what you need to do, I'll let you cheat on me. And he looks me in the eyes and he's like, you are so fucking crazy. I would never be with a girl that lets me cheat on them. And I was like, okay. Okay. And then he packs his bags, moves to Australia. I'm in Toronto and I'm like, listen, I used to live in Australia. That's where we met. I was like, I will move back to Australia. I'll live in our own separate house, but I need you to be a part of our child's life. And he was like, no.
Because they're right. You're wrong. They're right.
You cannot move to Australia because I do not want you to mooch off of me. Me and my family supported this man, this boy, our whole relationship. I paid for everything. And he didn't want me, an independent woman, he didn't want me to move to make sure that him and his son had a relationship because he didn't want me to mooch off of him.
They're right. You're wrong.
Smiley face. Smiley fucking face.
What is this? Okay, this is not a great time for me to have kids. Right? And you should be older. You don't want to have a baby. You should be much older. Hey, look, you should probably have a baby with another guy.
Seriously, he told me I should probably have a baby with another guy.
They're right to not pick you. If they're not picking you, it's because they're right.
I did say I love you, but I was not in love with him. Like, the way he treated me, like, I could never fall in love with him. Like, he was a cheater. This is like, I don't know if this should be on
Trauma dump. You said you wanted to, right?
Like, okay, me and him we broke up in like the middle of our relationship in like July. We ended in like, I broke up with him December of 2020, and we went on a break in like July, and like the girls about it in his town heard about it, and one of them texted me and was like, Noelani, I need to tell you something. And like, she didn't even have to say anything else, and I was like, Kylie, please don't tell me he raped you. That's not her actual name.
Wait,
but
what?
Yeah, like he raped a girl I knew. And I got back together with him.
They're right. You're wrong.
Did you have a sense that he was falsely accused?
I mean, like,
because I'm sure he probably told you it was bullshit, right?
100%. But like the way she like explained it, like
let's not go into it, the details on that.
You just can't like make that up. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, you can, but like the details I heard, it's like that there was no way.
Okay.
Can I ask why you took him back?
I don't know.
If you're irritated at women, you know, as a class of creature, there's something wrong with you because they're right. You're wrong. They're right to not pick you. If they're not picking you, it's because they're right.
Look, let me say this in conclusion. I actually am a huge fan of Jordan B. Peterson, and I think that he is far better for the world, even though he says some goofy stuff from time to time, as such as this. It's better to have Jordan B. Peterson than to not have Jordan B. Peterson. However, nobody is perfect, and sometimes people say things that are just hilariously wrong and silly and should be highlighted and called out. Again, such as this. The truth of the matter is, young ladies absolutely, positively do not make good decisions when it comes to the men that they want to date. They don't make good decisions sometimes when it comes to the men that they want to leave. And what this video's existence is for is to have a short catalog of very many examples that we will have to revisit in future volumes to show you the degree of which women really are really bad. At least you can say the modern woman is really bad at selecting mate partners. This, of course, does not mean all women of all time. It doesn't even mean every single woman in our generation, between being a millennial and Gen Z, because honestly, we're mostly indistinguishable from each other. What essentially this video exists for is to highlight that women absolutely, positively, generally speaking, are not right in what they desire physically and what they desire mentally and emotionally in their relationships. By their own words, I think we can all conclude clearly that they are indeed not right. And any young man to call them out is not wrong, especially when you listen back to what that last clip was. If you want to sit here and try to explain to me how that makes any sort of sense that isn't about her trauma, some abandonment, or just sheer stupidity, I don't know what you got to say to that. So again, I'm not saying this is reflective of all women. In a way, I'm not even saying this is reflective of most of them. But there is a significant fraction of women who, again, are not right. And we should never say that they are. Not even generally. Not even a little bit. Not even at all.